Hey everyone, Cable the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with a thank you. So guys, we finally hit 1,000 subscribers. It's been a little over a year and a half, and we finally hit 1,000. It's pretty cool to think that we got this far. Guys, it's been a lot of work on my part. We have 310 videos that are out right now. Technically, this will be 311. I have quite a few that are already recorded and just waiting to be put up, all these sorts of things. It's really cool, though, to think that all this work, we finally have gotten to the point that we hit 1,000. It's really cool. But with that said, though, guys, you're not here to just hear me talk about thank yous. You're here to get the little update on what we're going to be doing for the giveaway. So guys, first things first, here are the books that we're going to be giving away. That's going to be it, probably. I might throw in a couple things last minute, we'll see, but probably not. There aren't a whole lot of entries just yet into the actual giveaway video, so I will be linking to that at the end of the video. There's also going to be a link right there right now, but be sure to hit that video. Be sure to drop your comment on that. That is how you enter. Just drop a comment of literally anything. There are rules applied. It is US only. Sorry guys, international shipping is absolutely insane because governments are absolutely terrible. But that is something to keep in mind, guys. But with that said, though, I just, again, wanted to thank you guys for this. While I am saying that, though, I also want to say that you guys need to be ready for this to happen on Tuesday. That's when I'm going to be doing the giveaway video. You do not have to be present to win because, let's face it, I don't want everyone to take 100 days off just to try to win one or two books. I want to make sure that all you guys can actually go out and actually still do your job, can still do your books, because let's face it, we're here to get as many books as we can. We're here to save all the antique books that we can, and waiting for a live stream video isn't really going to help you. However, for those of you that are there, it will have a live Q&A session at the end of the video. That way, those of you that want to see if you won or not, you can just check the first part, and then the rest of you that want to do some Q&A or see the Q&A, you guys can see that on the latter half of that particular video. But with that said and done, though, guys, you do have to reach out to me through email. If you do win, I'll be dropping comments on your comments if you win or do not win. Well, actually, probably not if you don't win, because I do have too many comments for that. But for the winners, I will be hitting you guys up in the comment section. I will need you guys to reach out to me once you win, all that sort of stuff. I'll be going over all this in the actual giveaway video. But all this, again, guys, is just to tell you what's going on. So, again, this Tuesday that I'm going to be doing the giveaway on, let me just pull up the calendar thing just to make sure I get everything perfectly right. As I wait for it to load up. Sorry guys, it doesn't like doing multiple things. As we do this, it's going to be on the 17th of October, that's 2023, and it's going to be at 8:30 my time. My time is Pacific Standard Time, so do your math from that. So with that said, though, guys, again, we're going to be giving away these books right here. I went over all of them in the actual giveaway video, so you guys can check that particular video out to see what these books are, see the cool things about them. I'm just going to go over this really quick. So this one right here, it's the German Bible. I'm just going to go over one book for this. All y'alls are going to be getting one of these books if you guys win. Not everyone's going to win. There are more entries than there are books, which is pretty cool. But every single book will have its own little gold back, except for the Oxford one. Since you're getting 2 books for one, that's only 1 gold back in that. And yes, guys, the gold backs are actual gold, which is pretty stinking cool. I really like the gold backs. I did sell off a lot of what I had to get some more silver with the recent shenanigans that's been going on, but that's just sort of what I've been doing personally. But with that said and done, though, guys, thank you again for helping us hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure we're going to lose a lot of subscribers when people get mad that they didn't win, but whoop-de-doo, we didn't really need them anyways. We're here to just go over books and get books, antique books, in other people's hands, try to get it so we can help our collections, build up our collections, save our different books, sell our books, all these sorts of things, guys. That's what this entire channel is about. It's about making it so we know what we're doing a little bit better, and guys, I'm learning right alongside you. There are 1,000,005 things I don't know, probably a whole lot more. In fact, I know for a fact a whole lot more that I don't know, but the things that I do know, the things that I do learn, the things that I think I've learned and might end up not being true, I do try to share with you guys all that I can. I share with you guys the journey, all that sort of stuff. And long story short, guys, I mean, I've told you in this in other videos, I mean, my goal with all this is to eventually open up my own antique bookstore, because I think that'd be really stinking cool, and it'd be cool to have all the different videos that I do in that time. Once I get the bookstore, have all the videos be done in that, because it'll be really cool to show you guys that this is not just like, oh, it's petty change. You might make $1 here, $1 there. It's like, no, guys, there is so much money in antique books that I will literally be, with the proceeds of this, hopefully, be building an actual building for this entire business. It's that profitable for me. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Of course, I might cheat a little bit. I might grab some money from other things that I'm doing because that might speed up my timetables. But guys, the amount of money that I make in antique book selling is so amazing. That's one of the big reasons why I do this YouTube channel. It's not just me being like, oh, I'm nerding out about books, but let's face it, I am nerding out about books, but I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to teach you guys everything that I can. Of course, I can't answer every single question under the sun. First off, I'm not an expert in literally everything, and second off, I don't have all the time in the world. I do have other things that I'm doing. This isn't my main thing that I make money off of. There are a lot of things that I make a lot more money off of than just antique books, but it is a big money driver for me. It gets me a good amount of money. I've shared how much I make per hour when I'm doing this full time. I mean, I'm making like $100 an hour, give or take, and that's just hourly for what I do when I'm doing this business like I like to do this business. And I'm sure a lot of you would be very happy to be making $100 an hour profit, which it depends, honestly. If you have employees, you might not make that as much in profit since you'll have the employee you have to pay for, but potentially they might help you make a little bit more, so it's up to you guys on that sort of thing. Honestly, I'd like to do some videos on that in the future, but I don't have any employees just yet. But before I totally discourage myself from saying that, I would like to say that I've heard some very important things from a lot of family, friends, all that sort of stuff that actually have larger businesses that they hire people. And I've heard some really interesting tips and tricks that I personally would really like to test out in a big way for when I actually get my own business going. And guys, again, I told you, I test all these things out and then I share with you guys what I learned, and I also share with you guys what I've heard. And something that I heard that I thought was all sorts of interesting was one of the tips of when are you supposed to hire employees, and that one was, if you can hire an employee, say for $10 an hour, you have to be making $50 an hour of profit to be able to pay for that person. You have to be making 5 times more than what that employee costs you, and that basically is just because employees have other costs associated with them and they aren't going to double your productivity whatsoever. Guys, do not count on your employees doing that. Of course, there are going to be some out there that might double your productivity, but by and large, a lot of people, they won't know everything just as well as you do. They might not have the same drive as you do. They might not this, might not that. End of the day, you can't guarantee that someone's going to double your productivity. In fact, you can look at all the different data statistics out there, all these sorts of things. I mean, you can see it's not always like a cut and dry sort of thing. It's not, everything's not linear in the real world. Sometimes you have exponential acceleration, sometimes you have exponential decay, sometimes you have plateauing, all these sorts of boring things. But it's something that you guys can really test out. And honestly, I mean, as I said, I test these things out for this channel, but you guys can test out all the things under the sun also. That's how you find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Guys, test out selling antique books. Or maybe if that's not for you, try to sell your own DVDs, try to sell new books, try to sell anything under the sun. Like, you could sell all sorts of stuff on eBay. It's really stinking cool, guys. But with that said, again, I've tested out quite a few things, and antique books are where I landed. And while I said test out antique books and maybe it's not for you, I would like to highly encourage you guys, don't just go to one stupid thrift shop and then throw in the towel and be like, oh, it's not worth it, I didn't make any money, boo-hoo, woe was me, I don't have any antique books, Caleb, you're a liar. Guys, you know how many thrift shops I go to that don't have any antique books? A lot of them. I would go as far as to say most thrift shops don't have antique books, because people see an antique book and they're like, oh, it's an old dirty book, I'm going to throw it away, which is sad. That's a lot of money getting thrown away, plus it's just a lot of really cool history getting thrown away without a lot of that. So you guys can't just hit one or two places. You can't just hit one or two garage sales. I recommend you guys go on to estatesales.net, estatesales.org, and also booksalefinder.com. Those are the 3 sites that I do use a lot to scout out ahead of time before I go to places, see what they have roughly at these specific places that I go. That is how you really find out if you're going to actually be able to find old books and make money. But that is something that a lot of people don't end up doing. A lot of people just show up to the first thrift store they see and they throw in the towel after that. So obviously this channel isn't really going to be for those people that are going to throw in the towel. Of course, a lot of them might end up still watching, still following, all that sort of stuff for the selling side of things, or just for the people that want to like continue collecting stuff. But for those of you guys that are actually going out and doing this and like getting all these amazing books, making all this money, it is a very good income that you guys can make. Again, I have been doing this for years now, guys. When I quit my job, I actually was working at a factory. I quit. I got directly straight into selling books, and I initially was selling mostly new books and then a few antique books, and then that sort of I progressed, and I'm like, man, I am making on this book I bought for $2, I am making $2 on it when I'm selling it on Amazon, because after all the Amazon fees, it's absolutely stupid. And then you factor in this and this and this, it's like, man, this is terrible. And for me, like the $2 I'd make on the $2, that included gas, that included my time, that included the shipping to Amazon and all that sort of stuff. It just really added up. Whereas selling on eBay, there's a lot less fees. eBay has been adding a lot of fees, I will admit that one, but it's a lot lower of a fee schedule for a lot of things, and it can really help you make a whole lot more money. But besides all that, again, so I'd be buying these books for Amazon, and I'm like, oh, this one's going to sell for $16. I'll make a couple bucks here. This one's for $20. Okay, that one makes a little more money. Ooh, this one's $40. Can I sell it? Oh, no, it's a gated category. Lucky me. That sort of stuff. You have that happen a whole lot. With antique books on eBay, guys, it's like the Wild West in so many ways for being gated and not gated, because you aren't gated on basically anything as far as I know. I'm sure there are some things, but for me, I've only really sold books, so I don't really know. I don't really care. But there are all these sorts of things, guys, though, that I was doing this, and I'm like, oh, I'm making $2 on this book, this one on Amazon, and then I buy just a single book for an antique book, guys, and I'd be making off of one book more money than I was making on 50 books that were all Amazon books. One antique was worth more than 50 books just because of how it all sort of worked. And guys, after seeing that, after doing that, after seeing these antique books sell enough times, I was like, Amazon's for the birds. Everyone's doing Amazon anyway. It's oversaturated. This is dumb. You know, the whole blue ocean strategy people talk about? It's like Amazon is a red ocean. There's not even water left in that ocean. That one's just blood because everyone's killed everyone. This is terrible. It's race to the bottom on everything. eBay, though, on the other side of things, you absolutely have race to the bottom. I will not say you don't, because there are quite a few categories that are like, oh, wow, I can buy a DVD of this particular movie for like 5 cents. This company is losing $1, but okay. But then you get onto the antique side of things, guys. That is like the magic bullet, like seriously, because these books, you might have the only one being sold on eBay. You might have the only one left in existence, honestly, and because of that, you can like set your price. And when you can set your price, or at least ask for more since it's so rare, I mean, guys, you can make money out of the stinking zoo. It is amazing. And guys, again, I've told you guys in quite a few other videos, my average sales price when I'm doing this business like I like is $70. $70 average sales price for my books. I mean, it's like, wow. And my average buy price, guys, is like $1 to $2. Some of those books that I've sold for the $70 average, some of those are sets, and sets of books obviously will cost me more since I'm paying $1 or $2 per book. Sometimes I'll spend like $20 for a set of books, and that normally sets end up selling for a little bit higher, so there is that, but let's not get too much into that. But end of the day, though, guys, I mean, it is amazing the amount of money that you can make selling antique books. And I know this is a lot more than just an announcement video for the giveaway. I admit that, but I just really want to like drive home to you guys that this is not just a channel to get free books off of. It's not just a channel to watch fun things about. It's a channel that could honestly make a career for you guys. It's a channel that could make you independently wealthy. It's a channel that could make it so you could retire, have it so you could get your own job, have it so you can live the life that you want to live. Something I actually was talking with my parents for when I first started this business. I was like, okay, not that I want to do van life in any way, shape, or form, but part of me thinks it could be really cool to like steal a U-Haul. Okay, not steal. Rent a U-Haul. And like go across the whole country and like hit all these different estate sales, all these different book sales, all these sorts of things. Because I would look at all these estate sales countrywide. I'm like, oh man, I could actually do like a road trip from Oregon all the way to New York, all the way down to do all these different things. And then once it was all said and done, I could actually, with all that, be like, wow, I have an entire bookstore worth of things. Because first off, if you guys are like Europeans and whatnot, I'm told a lot of you guys don't understand how big America is. It is absolutely massive. So like if you're driving that far, you are covering thousands of miles. So that's one thing I'd really like to point out. But when you're covering all that, you can get enough stuff, enough books. If you're really going all over, you can get enough stuff to like fill up an entire bookstore right stinking quick. That's one of the reasons, guys, why I want to start a bookstore. It's like, oh man, I don't have enough shelf space as it is. I actually just got a new shelf the other day because I just have so many sticking books, and it's like, man, if I had an actual bookstore, man, that'd be fun as everything to just fill those shelves with all these beautiful old books. So with all that said and done, though, guys, again, I want to remind you, the 17th of October is when we are going to be doing the giveaway for these books right here. Again, just this little stack of books is what we'll be giving away. Potentially, I might add a couple. I don't think I will, but it depends on how many of you guys end up entering in the giveaway video. So with that said, though, guys, be sure to check out the giveaway video right there. Be sure to subscribe so you guys can see when this particular video goes live, and be sure to hit the bell icon too so it actually notifies you, because YouTube doesn't always notify you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.